So, ihr Lieben, wir sind wieder da. Wir spielen wieder Stanley Parable in der Hoffnung, dass wir nicht unbedingt sterben müssen, um was zu machen. In der Hoffnung, dass wir den Kommentator nicht verärgern, dass wir nicht seinen Zorn auf uns ziehen, dass er uns nicht in einen gewaltsamen Quetschtod schickt, den Wahnsinn au pair gibt, einfach im schwarzen Nichts macht, im endlosen Neustart verrecken lässt oder mit einer thermonuklearen Bombe vernichtet. Okay. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir jetzt alles durchhaben. Nun gut.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Oh Gott. Boah, das kann er doch nicht machen, Alter. Oh, Eingabe. Ich kann keinen Input geben diesmal. Doch. Oh, ich bin so gespannt, was passiert, wenn wir das voll haben. Aber der meint mich wahrscheinlich so. Hoffe ich. Ich mach trotzdem die Computer alle wieder aus. Ich sag gar nicht, dass wir diesmal in den Meeting Room sollen.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Machen wir mal einmal komplett, was er will.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
schön.
there.
Er hat die Besenkammer zugenagelt. Ach ja, okay, gut.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nee, okay. Jetzt darf ich... Doch, darf ich, okay. Steht immer noch derselbe... Nee, Quatsch, da steht ja was ganz anderes. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes if the boss suffered lose, then that was the boss close. Mal schlimme Limericks hier dran gesetzt, okay. Mal sehen, was der Fahrstuhl dieses Mal macht. In dem Fall pixelt er wieder rum. Diesmal geht er wieder nach unten, anstatt nach oben. Fahrstuhlmusik ist jedenfalls wieder die gleiche. Ja, komm. Wir wissen ja, dass wir sowieso nirgendwo anders hin können. Also...
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh, ich liebe das so sehr. Das liebe ich so. Oh Gott. Okay, Surprise. Okay, kann ich irgendwas drücken eigentlich hier hinten? Nee, ne? Ich habe kein Flashlight oder so. Nee, natürlich nicht. Okay. Ich habe so ein bisschen Sorge, was das... Oh Gott, dass jetzt der Kommentator echt schlechte Laune hat.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
Haben wir alles schon gehabt. Haben wir alles schon gehabt.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob jetzt das Spiel wieder einfach nur zu Ende ist. Oder ob wir jetzt irgendwas anderes machen können.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Yes.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Nee,
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Das macht mich aber nicht mehr glücklich. Ich will noch mehr erleben. Und da gibt es hundertprozentig noch mehr. Ich weiß immer noch mindestens eine Szene, die noch nicht passiert ist. Hier geht ein Telefon.
Message scheduled either by you or person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Toll. Ist hier eigentlich... Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. Kommt noch mehr? Man denkt immer, yeah, jetzt wird's mega geil und dann ist es wieder nur Scheiße. Ja, toll. Toll. Ganz toll. Kann ich mich bewegen? Ah, ich kann mich bewegen. Okay. Oh, fuck. Ihr wisst, dass ich das tun muss jetzt, ne? Kann ich auch einen abgeschalteten wieder anschalten? Nein, ich muss alle Knöpfe drücken! Alle Knöpfe drücken! Alle! Alle in Reichweite! Alle Knöpfe drücken! Alle Knöpfe müssen gedrückt werden! Alle! Das nützt nichts, oder? Die blinken irgendwann wieder auf. Kann das sein? Was soll das denn bringen? Ja, dann leck mich doch. Wow, fuck, hier ist alles... Ich war doch nicht wieder zurückgegangen. Hier ist es anders.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nein.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You want to escape. Das gibt's doch gar nicht.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Was ist passiert, dass wir hierher gegangen sind? Achso, da wurde das da oben irgendwie scheiße, ne? Was war denn da oben? Nee, was ist, wenn wir jetzt hier einfach mal durchgehen und bis nicht... Ja, wir nehmen jetzt nicht den Fahrstuhl, wir gehen jetzt hier lang. Suchen einfach mal jeden Weg. Ist okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay, nice. Aber ist auch so geil eigentlich, ne? Programmierst einen Fahrstuhl und einfach nur, wenn du reingehst, geht die Musik los, bis du den Knopf drückst, dann geht halt die Tür wieder auf. Aber der Fahrstuhl selber muss sich nicht bewegen, gar nichts. Ich frage mich, wenn man lang genug drin sitzen bleibt, was dann, obwohl... Ja. Oh. Schon alles offen.
Here's the door, just go.
Nein. Kann man hier irgendwie her? Nee, ne? Das ist doch nicht aus Versehen so gemacht.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ging es hier noch irgendwo?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nee, hier war keine Tür, die dann abführte, ne? Nee, okay, dann gehen wir wieder zurück.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Gibt's hier nicht noch irgendwas anderes? Ja,
now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Aber jetzt ist das doch alles das Gleiche, oder?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Da oben geht doch auch noch was her, oder? Wie kommt man denn da hin? Da kommt man irgendwie raus. Da ist auch noch mal was. Das haben sie doch ganz sicher auch sogar begehbar gemacht irgendwie. Und man muss nur irgendwie rausfinden, wie man da hinkommt. Bin ich mir sicher. Merkwürdig, merkwürdig.
And when at last he found the source of the... Oh, Stanley,
Machen wir doch mal an.
you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
Komm, mach die Tür
You are
auf.
the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A
Drücken wir mal
moment
die
of
3.
solace before you're obliterated. All right,
Bei
I'm
die
in a
drei hier
good
hinten.
mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock right now. These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
Da muss doch irgendeine andere... Also da gibt es ganz sicher eine andere Möglichkeit.
But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again.
Goodbye, employee.
Take a look at the clock.
427.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully?
Ich muss vielleicht einfach gehen.
Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Okay. Dann weiß ich jetzt nicht mehr, was wir eigentlich noch machen könnten. Also er hat jetzt ja auch krass abgekürzt. Wir sind auch wirklich direkt woanders. Okay. Okay, was beim nächsten Mal passiert, werden wir beim nächsten Mal sehen. Und ich sage danke fürs Zusehen und Abo, Like, Kommentar, alles. Bitte gebt mir eure Seelen und eure Erstgeborenen. Danke fürs Zusehen und ich sage tschüss. Bis dann.